and welcome to IGCSE Mathematics 0580 extended course. Syllabus topic E1, number, module 1.2, which is about sets. This is part 8, and in this video we'll be solving exercise 4 of chapter number. As we know, we are using complete mathematics for Cambridge IGCSE for extended course written by David Rayner. So let's start with exercise 4. In question number 1, it says n of a is equal to 10. It means that a is a set and it has got 10 elements in it. N of b means that b set got 13 elements in it, and n of a intersection b is x and n of a union b is 18. Now this is the diagram we are given with. As you can see here, this is a diagram and it's quite simple to understand. The only tricky part you should know is this A union B. Now A union B is that the total amount of elements between A and B is 18. It means that if you add the elements of A and B, that comes to 18. Now in A part it says write in terms of x the number of elements in A but not in B. It means it is asking for this area, only this area. This is the area because actually A got two areas, this tick one and the x1, but this x part also in B, so we won't include that in part A answer. So only looking for this, and we know that the total number of elements in A are 10, so it means that this area is 10 minus x. In B part it says write in terms of x the number of elements in B not in A. It means that is talking about this area, and in that case it will be 13 minus x. In part C it says add together the number of elements in the three parts of the diagram to obtain the equation. This is the equation 10 minus x plus 13 minus x equals to 18. Now these are the three parts he's talking about, this one, and this one. So now we can add these three parts. So the first part is 10 minus x, and then it got plus x, the middle part, which is the intersection. Then it got plus 13 minus x, right? So, and we know that the sum is equals to 18. As we have already discussed, this A union B is the sum of the elements of A and B. It means that if you add these three parts, that should be equals to 18, right? 10 plus minus x plus 13 minus x equals to 18, which is equal to this equation. That's what we have to prove here. And in the last part, in part D, it says hence find the number of elements in both A and B. Now this is the word actually giving us the hint. This word is called the both. It means that it's looking for this x because this is the both. It means it is the intersection. So again, just solve it out this equation, right? So here if you try to solve it out, this x minus x and this plus x will cancel out each other. So you only like 10 plus 13 makes 23 minus x equals to 18, and bring that 18 on that side minus x on other side. So we have 23 minus 18 equals to x, and it means that x will be equal to 5, right? It means that there are 5 elements common, or 5 is the intersection of two sets A and B. 2 is very similar to question number 1. So let's do with the question number 3. In here it says the set M and N intersect such that n of m equals to 31. It means the number of elements of set M are 31. These are the number of elements, right, of whole m of 31. And n of n mean number of elements of set N, which is this one. These are 18, right? And then it says n of m union n. As we have already discussed, m union n mean it is the sum of the elements of set M and N. They are 35 altogether. And of course, you know, don't forget that M union N mean none of the element is being repeated. So they are purely the sum of the elements of M and N. How many elements are in both M and N? As we already know, this word both mean the intersection X, the common elements between M and N. So before actually we solve out for x, we have three segments once again. So let's fill them out, these three segments, because the total number of m is 31. If you subtract x out of it, so this portion will left with 31 minus x, and we know that n are 18. So if you take 18 x out of 18, so it will left with the 18 minus x. Right now, to just solve it out, we know the total number of elements is 35. It means that if you add these three segments, that will be equal to 35. Right, so it means that 31 minus x plus x plus 18 minus x equals to 35. Now this minus x and this plus x will cancel out each other, and we have left with 31 plus 18, which is 9, and that is 49, minus x equals to 35. And if you take x on that side, and then you will have x equals to 49 minus 35, and you are left with 49 minus 35 is 14. So it means that 14 elements are common between set m and n. Question number 4 is very similar to question number 3. So let's start with question number 5. In question number 5, it says the set A and B intersect such that n of A intersection B is 7. It means the intersection of A and B, which is the common elements of A and B, are 7. 7 elements are common between set A and set B. And n of A equals to 20. It means the number of elements of set A are 20. And n of B is equal to 23. It means the number of elements of set B are 23. And he's asking us to find n of A union B. It means that we need to find out the sum of elements A and B without repeating, right? So let's draw the diagram first. So here is the diagram. We have 20 of A, 23 of B, and we know that it says n of A intersection B is 7. It means 7 elements are common between set A and B. So before we move on, we just need to fill out these two areas as we have already done in the previous questions. So as we know, the total elements of A are 20. It means this area will be 20 minus 7, right? And that is equals to 30. It means 30 belong to this area, and we know that 23 of B. So this area will be 23 minus 7. It means this area will be equals to 16. And in order to find the n of A union B, we need to add these three areas, because these are the combined elements of A and B. So it means that n of A union B will be equals to 13 plus 7 plus 16, and if you add these three numbers, that will make 36. It means that 36 elements are there if you add the elements of set A and set B. In question number 6, it says 20 boys all play either football or basketball or both. It means that none of the boys are outside basketball and football, right? It means that everyone play either football, basketball or both. If 13 play football and 10 play basketball, how many play both sports? So let's do a bit make it more simple. We'll say n of let's suppose f represent the football, so we'll say n of f equals to 13, right? The number of elements of f of football are 13. And then it says 10 play basketball, so it means n of b for basketball are 10. And it says that we need to find the x, which is the intersection of A and B. It means x represent the boys, or the boys who play both football and basketball, right? So let's draw the diagram, and then we'll solve it out. Right, so this is the diagram. In fact, it's 13 for football, 10 for basketball, and x common, play both football and basketball. So let's start with it. So let's fill it out this area as usual. So it is 13 minus x as our previous understanding, and this is 10 minus x, right? So 10 are the total boys who play basketball, and minus x, this area represent 10 minus x. Now if you add these three areas, that must be equals to the 20, which is the 20 boys altogether. So let's find out the equation. It will be 13 minus x plus x plus 10 minus x equals to, total we know that total boys are 20, so it will be equals to 20. If you add all these boys, that must be equal to 20. Now here let's simplify what we can. Minus x plus x will cancel out each other. 13 plus 20, that will make 23 minus x equals to 20. Take x on that side, 20 bring on that side, so it means that x will be equals to 23 minus 20. It means x will equals to 3. It means that three boys play football and basketball.